Hey friends, it's Hope. Today I am here to do a trilogy review and I'm going to keep it non-spoiler so that way if you guys have not read this trilogy, hopefully this review will persuade you to pick it up and read it because I thought it was pretty dang good. Now you're probably wondering what trilogy are we going to be talking about today, but if you saw the title of this video, you already know. But for the sake of just saying it, I am going to be talking about the Sweet Evil Trilogy by Wendy Higgins. Now, I saw these book covers a couple months ago in a bookstore and I thought, wow, those look super cheesy. But I have been proven that cheesy covers aren't necessarily tied to cheesy stories. So I decided to just give this one a try. I got the first book from the library and after I finished it, I decided that it was definitely a trilogy that I wanted to continue on reading. So to give you a little synopsis of what this trilogy is all about, it follows our main character Anna. And Anna is half demon, half angel. And she has grown up knowing that she was a little bit different from like normal humans, but she had no idea like what exactly was so special about her and why she was the way she was. She had like super human like power hearing and could tell what people were feeling by the color of their auras, and she never got sick or hurt and just healed like super fast. And so yeah, she knew that she was a little bit different but never really understood why or like what made her so different from everyone else. Well, one day she goes to a concert with her best friend Jay and she meets someone who is pretty much just like her. She finds out that there's more than one of these types of people like her, and she finds out that they are called the Nephilim. And pretty much the rest of the story really just kind of goes off of Anna's journey through finding out what she is, what she can do, who are these people around her. And I thought it was a really great trilogy because it took an awesome spin on good versus evil. Anna is obviously portrayed as the good, pure, innocent one, while all the rest of the characters are strictly demon Nephilim, and so they are more of like the bad and evil characters. Now, another really cool take on this book was the 7 deadly sins. So the Nephilim characters in this book, their dads were considered dukes, and these dukes represented one of the 7 deadly sins. So that was a really cool take on the 7 deadly sins, and pretty much the Nephilim worked for their fathers to help like spread the sin around to the human race. Now, describing it out loud, it seems like what the heck, that sounds like super weird and why would I ever read anything like that? But really guys, this is a wonderful trilogy. The first book was just a pretty solid 3.5 stars, a great like solid first book, and I can tell you from just finishing the third book last night that the trilogy really does get better. I rated the first book, like I said, 3.5 stars. The fourth book, which is Sweet Peril, a 4 stars out of 5, and then I just finished Sweet Reckoning, which was the third book, and I rated that one a 5 out of 5 stars. So I just realized I said the fourth book was called Sweet Peril, but there are only 3 books in this trilogy. So let me backtrack. The second book is called Sweet Peril and I rated it 4 out of 5 stars. I had some weird dyslexic moment right there. But yeah, so pretty much my favorite part of this book was, even though the characters went through a crazy transition throughout these 3 books, Anna never she never hesitated on staying herself. And I love that her character realized that, hey, I'm different, and hey, I don't fit this like normal stereotype, but that's okay because I want to stay true to me. And I really thought that message was beautifully done in these books. I also really loved how there wasn't like an insta-love type of feel. Like, you knew that there were some couples or two people that were attracted to each other, but it wasn't just like, bam, in 2 sentences, they were in love with each other. There was a lot of tension into, hey, I don't want to be with you because of these reasons, and then the other person, of course, is saying, well, I want to be with you because of this reason. So I actually really enjoyed that in this book because it took me on a crazy journey with really loving and hating certain characters, and I just think that that's amazing writing for you know, an author to do when the reader really likes a character and then dislikes the character within a couple chapters. So I think that Wendy Higgins did a great job with just really transforming the character throughout the books, but not changing them too much where they're not staying true to their heart, and I thought that was beautiful. Something that I also thought was really cool was the colors of people's auras. I wish I had that ability to see what people were feeling. I thought that was a wonderful aspect to the book. It added a lot of elements for the reader, I think, to really feel and understand what the characters were thinking and feeling. Without it, I felt like maybe that part of it would have been a little more dull, but with it, I thought it was pretty exciting. Of course, like any good trilogy, people had to die, and I didn't expect to cry in these books because they're kind of dramatic, but in a good way, I thought. But when some of the characters died in the 3rd book, I was seriously shedding some tears, and I was shocked how close I actually became with some of these characters. But yeah, I was definitely feeling a whole bunch of sadness in my heart and with tears running down my cheeks last night when I was reading this. I also never thought how much I would end up loving Kaiden Rowe. His character was seriously such a jerk in the 1st book. And even when things started to get better with him, like, he just took 10,000 steps back and then he would make 10 steps forward and it would get better. I really thought that he may had been a character that I would read and then just be like, okay, he wasn't too bad. But seriously, guys, by the end of this trilogy, I was crying because of how much I loved Kaiden Rowe. And that rarely happens to characters that I read and think, I'm just going to come out maybe liking this character and that be it. So that was a big surprise for me. But yeah, the characters were great. The friendship was great. The action sequences were intense. There were a couple of twists in these books that I did not see coming. I didn't think that they were predictable at all. The love, the loss, the happiness, the adventure, it was all amazing. And guys, if you are looking for like a paranormal with a little, I mean, I guess there is some romance. Maybe it's a paranormal romance book, but just a paranormal fiction with some romance and humor, I definitely suggest picking this book up. Well, all 3 of them up because the last one was absolutely amazing. Alright guys, well that is it for my series review over the Sweet Evil trilogy. I hope you guys have a great day. If you guys have read this trilogy, let me know below which book was your favorite and who your favorite character was. I will talk to you guys later and I'll see you soon. Bye!